I wanted to come on here and just kind of discuss something that I've been kind of thinking about past couple of days. Our generation is cooked. When I say our generation, I mean 2000 and genuinely above. Um, it's scary, and I know what you're thinking. What do you mean we're cooked? The biggest reason that got me thinking along this path and along the path of our generation and things going wrong. It started when I was on a first date. A little bit of story time. Um, I took this girl out, and the entire night she was just you know, and it doesn't bother me if there's an emergency or if there's something she has to handle or if there's something that a person has to handle. Not, but it bothers me because we were on a first date. You know, it was a time where we're supposed to look at each other, talk, get to know each other, see if we're compatible, see if we can hit things off. And unfortunately, she just sat on her phone almost the entire night, constantly checking to see what her friends were texting her and what these influencers were doing and social media this and social media that. Okay. Little disclaimer. I am not going to be the first one to say that I don't use my phone. I'm not going to be the first one to sit here and say, y'all are bad for using your phone, because I think I average like 8 hours of screen time. But that ropes me back into the whole our generation is cooked. There are people out there who average 16, 17, 18 hours of screen time on their phone a day. Whether that's scrolling social medias, that's watching YouTube videos, that's doing whatever needs to be done, it still is very counterproductive. It kind of leads me to the thought where our generation is getting lazier too. Entertainment is so in the palm of our hands, right? I mentioned social media, I mentioned YouTube videos, I mentioned movies, streaming, this, that, and the third. Whatever you do on your phone, it doesn't quite matter for this example. It still prevents a majority of people my age and younger from simply going out and experiencing life when they have everything they need in the palm of their hands. They can be entertained for hours on end. Doom scrolling is, I think, the word. Now, I've stated all that, and I've stated that, I'm not the first person to say that I'm not using my phone, but I will say that I'm cutting back pretty reliably. I'm usually only on my phone now editing clips and posting my clips. I try not to doom scroll as people see it. One of the biggest things that also leads me, it kind of ties into the phone usage thing, but one of the bigger things is also dating apps. I think dating apps are another kind of subsection of phone usage, and then phone usage being the whole meat and potatoes kind of why I think our generation is cooked. Dating apps and social media kind of in particular, they offer a sense of selection almost. And I don't want to say that in like a trash manner and sit here and, say that, you could just swipe on girls all night long, but that's essentially what you can do. A lot of these people who are out here complaining because, oh, I'm so single, oh, I've been single for so long, this, that, the third, yada, yada, yada. It's because the majority of people don't take the time to go out on a Friday night and just simply go up to talk to somebody. Go talk to a stranger. Even if you're not attracted to the person, it would still be better than mindlessly swiping on a dating app and hoping that person will match with you so that you could potentially start a conversation and maybe get a response. You know what I mean? It's it's one of the biggest pandemics, let me use that word lightly. I think it's one of the biggest problems. I like problems better than pandemic, but it is in a sense it is a pandemic. You know, it's causing like a panic in some people's minds, because it truly is so hard just to go out and find a connection nowadays, because everybody's reliant on, you know, your Tinder, your Hinge, your Bumble, your this, that, Plenty of Fish, Meet Me for Coffee, Farmers Only, whatever your pick of poison might be. It still prevents the good old-fashioned love that our grandparents found. You know, everybody's always talking about, oh, well, my grandparents have been married 60 years. They got married when they were 18. Now, granted, I'm not trying to get married at 18. I'm 25 now, so, you know, that door has long been shut. But it's in the sense that my grandfather didn't have a phone that he could pick up and just start swiping. You know, he didn't have social medias to where he could see every person that goes to his local college and what they look like and what they're doing and who they are. Well, at least the facade they put on. You know, it was a genuine guy meets girl, and they fall in love. End of the story. 60 years later, they have a flourishing marriage with a beautiful family with multiple generations behind it. You know, I'm not blaming it completely on our phones, but I think that if you were to look at like some kind of like pie chart for why our generation is so fucked, it's about 65 to 70% phone usage. It's the information that we have available to us on the smartphones. You know, it's the fact that you don't have to go out on a Friday night. And I know I'm kind of just beating a dead horse when I say that again, but it is such a big problem that it's even kind of like led to the joke that men are becoming afraid of women. They're afraid to walk up and talk to people. They're afraid to, you know, simply go up to a girl and ask for their number. And I'm here to tell you that that shouldn't be scary. Okay? Everybody's always like, man, I want the love my grandpa has. I want the love that my grandmother has. Well, you have to get off the dating apps. You have to get off the phone. You have to do this. And you have to truly experience something beautiful. And you can't just be stuck inside all day, wishy-washying and scrolling on TikTok. You have to get outside and experience life. Okay? I'm not hating on those who, you know, are chasing YouTube like myself, or content creators. I'm hating on those who will go to a first date and scroll on their phone for 2.5 hours and not even make an attempt to connect with the person across from them because we met on a dating app and there's 100,000 plus guys waiting to swipe right on her. You know what I mean? It's a big pet peeve of mine, and it gets to me quite a bit. I think about it a lot. It's one of my favorite shower thoughts. Like, what would the world be without smartphones is one of my favorite things to think. But I'm done ranting. I'm done talking. I'm done yapping, as I've been called. I'm a big yapper. That's going to be it for me. Look forward to the Invincible season reviews coming out. Let me know if I should do it like half season by half season, or if I should just do a full season 1 breakdown, season 2 breakdown. I'm not quite sure yet, but as always, this has been The Kevin Show. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.